Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Dragon Quest Dai no Da'i Boken, or you can call it Dragon Quest The Adventure of Dai, which is on episode 5. Now, this episode right here was actually pretty nice and phenomenal. I mean, the way how it went, even though, like, when you look at it, it's a typical shonen kind of thing, but you gotta say, like, depending on how you feel about the series at all, it may give you some emotions or not, but usually when it comes to certain parts like this, it doesn't usually work out, depending on how you look at it. So if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that Alvan ends up having to take the blow that was meant for Dai and Pop, you know? But we have to it that knowing that Alvan may not be able to make it out, he decides to give Dai and Pop the insignia of Alvan and decides to give him some kind of necklace of graduation and tells him, like, I need you guys to defeat the Dark Lord Vern in the future, okay? Because right now you get to see my final match against this guy in the future, okay? So you best like be ready for what's to come, etc. Eventually, we have to it that Alvan will later on cast Kaklang on Pop, Dai's grand monster father, and then Pop and Gome-chan, you know? And what happened here is that Alvan, on the other hand, decides to take his last stand against, like, Hadler, the Dark Lord Hadler. But unfortunately for Alvan, he's not as he used to be back then, and he gets brutally beaten by Hadler very badly, you know? But eventually we have to it that Alvan will later on make his last move stand, which is Megante, which is apparently a powerful spell that consumes the life out of Alvan and later on destroys the enemy. But unfortunately for him, his sacrifice was kind of look like it's in vain, but not entirely. Dai, on the other hand, encouraged by his master's sacrifice and devastated by it as well, ends up breaking out Kaklang out of his own free will of his power and ends up using an ice spell against Hadler's fire spell, you know? And we have two, they clash against each other, while Dai seems to have a very powerful upper hand against him. While they are continuing to clash against each other, we have to it that many others are doing. We have to it that Dai seems to be on par against Hadler, but Hadler will later on ends up using a kaboom spell against Dai, but unfortunately for him, when Dai activated his Dragon Quest sign that was on his forehead, he ends up going toe-to-toe against him and actually did some damage against him. Later on, throughout the fight, Dai will later on use the signature move known as Alvan Slash whatsoever, and ends up damaging Hadler to a point that he ends up retreating using a Chimera Ring. Which we all know what that item is. I mean, those of you guys who don't know what it is, that item allows you to teleport to a location that you know or you are familiar with. I mean, obvious from the get-go to anyone who plays Dragon Quest, etc., everyone knows that item, unless you never used it, etc. Okay, whatever the case may be, Hadler retreats and ends up tending to his wounds, while Dai, on the other hand, and Pop ends up makes a grave for their sensei, you know? Pop, devastated, doesn't know what to do, and decides to maybe go off to think. While, like, Dai's grandfather monster says, what do you want to do? Do you want to continue training with me? Or what do you want to do? And Dai says, I made a promise, and Alvan gave me the duty to take down the Dark King Vern, and that is what I am going to do no matter what, you know? And it looks like to me Dai is set on doing that quest, you know? Given the quest by Alvan, he's planning to, like, fulfill it no matter what. And no matter what comes his way, etc., you know? So, it looks like to me, it's gonna be a long journey for Dai. Because Hadler, despite him having to take some damage, he heals up from his wounds. But apparently, Dai's injuries, or Dai's attacks on Hadler that retreated back to base, is actually devastating. Even Hadler knows how powerful Dai is. If he grows to become a hero, or just a hero in general, he will be more threatening than Alvan, because the fact that he has a Dragon Crest onto his forehead and that kind of ability, he surpasses Alvan many ways. Even his signature move of Alvan was actually able to do some major damage on me, and I'm taking a while to heal. So Dark Hadler, knowing that Dai will be a major threat to Dark King Vern and Hadler himself for his future conquest of the world domination, you know, he has his army. He has his army of monsters, you know, which ranges from a lot, from statues, slimes, dragons, trees, and undead beings. Yes, you guys may think I'm talking crazy, but anybody who plays Dragon Quest, and I know I should not make too many references to the games, but I'm going to do it anyway because these are the monsters that is what you be fighting when you play the game, you know, and the fact that Hadler has as much of an army just shows that he's not some simple Dark Lord second in command, you know. But Dark King Vern, that guy, I mean, like, we have yet to even know what he's truly capable of, knowing that he revived Hadler and got him stronger. And knowing that Hadler is taking the move of, like, okay, I gotta kill Dai right away. I mean, this guy's only a fledgling, but if he grows into a powerful teenager or an adult, he'll be a freaking threat to everybody, or to me and Dark King Vern. And we have to it that, like, he gets his monsters ready to, like, go into combat. And preview of next episode looks exciting, although, like, it looks a little fast-paced. But if they are adapting the manga correctly or being faithful to the manga, then I guess so. So yeah. Anyways, next episode is called Crocodile the Beast King, you know. So let me get into my thoughts throughout this episode. I thought the action sequence between Dai and Hadler, especially Alban against Hadler as well, was pretty nice. Although it really sucks to see Alban go, and if I had to be honest with you, deep down, maybe or so, I didn't feel much for Alban, but he did train Dai to the best of his ability, and even though he's only mentioned for about like a few episodes, he still made somewhat of an impact with Dai and Pop, you know. Dai has a new quest now. Besides possibly taking down Hadler, he has to defeat the Dark King Vern. And guarantee of all blasphemy given to me, Dai has a lot to grow in skill and has a lot to grow in skill and combat, you know, and possibly luck. I mean, it's gonna be a long journey for him, you know. Let's be honest. I mean, any quest when it comes to Dragon Quest, it's gonna be a lot of grinding and a lot of like obstacles coming your way. Let's be honest, but you know, it is what it is. Anyways, I'm looking forward to see what Dai will be doing next. I mean, like, Pop and Dai are going on to the next adventure right now, but where to? All I know is next episode is called, like, Crocodile the Beast King. So it looks like to me it's not going to be some simple task because Hadler, taking necessary precautions, is going to be sending a lot of powerful foes towards Dai and his companion, you know? Knowing how strong Dai is, he's taking good necessary precautions. But he's not taking action himself, which I think I can understand why. If anything else, he's better off healing up to his full strength and power and then face Dai. Who knows? So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot.